Hi, I'm James with British Customs. Today we're going to talk about a diagnostic tool that can really help you out in the garage. It's called TuneECU. You may or may not have heard of it. If you have and you're curious about it, I'm going to show you a little bit about it today. If you haven't heard about it, watch this and see what you can do with it. What TuneECU is an app that you can download right now. As of filming of this, it is only available for Android. Whether or not it'll be for iPhone later on, not sure. But it allows you to connect to the ECM on the motorcycle, and you'll be able to do things like bleed your ABS system, where you can open the valve, which we're going to show you today how to do that. You can clear trouble codes. You can clear your maintenance schedule light when that comes on. If you do your own oil changes, everything, now you can go in there, clear that light, set it for the next oil change when that's due. The other thing you can do is you can load maps in for when you put a pipe on or something like that for tuning. You can now load a map in there, and then you can actually open tables up and tailor that map to your bike specifically. So you can, if you don't find one that's an exact match for your bike, you get one that's real close, and then you find spots where it doesn't run right. You can add a little more fuel, take a little fuel away, whatever you need to do. So it's a pretty useful tool that way. If you're going to use it, if you're looking for a device to map your bike, we recommend that you buy a map from a company that makes maps. Don't just get a depository thing where people that tune their own bikes are saying, oh, here, I tuned my bike, and they load it in there, and it's on this website, and you go and try every map under the sun. Go to a company that's made maps for pretty much what you have on your bike, and you're going to get a really good map to start with, if not perfect to just run right then. So first thing you need to do is access your OBD2 port, which is under your seat. And that's the piece here. Actually, the first thing you got to do is download the app, which that app will cost money to buy a license. You can buy either a professional or a personal license. Personal license will give you up to 5 motorcycles you can do. And after you have 5 motorcycles on there, every 90 days you're allowed to delete one off, as long as you have 5 slots filled. You can always delete the 5th bike every 90 days. If you got a professional use, then you can use that for unlimited bikes for 3 years, then you got to renew your license. So another thing you'll have to purchase is an OBD2 connector. They sell these on Amazon, all different colors, types. I have a couple of them. Some work on some bikes, some don't work on other bikes. I just don't know. I have a wireless one that worked great, and then all of a sudden it didn't work. That made me get this one, and this one worked, and then I found out it didn't work on another bike. So you may have to try a couple of them out, see which one works on your bike with your phone. You just never know. And if you buy them on Amazon, I'm sure you can send them back, whichever ones don't work, and they're not crazy expensive. So then you need a USB to USB-C connector to get to plug into your phone. Open up your TuneECU app, hit OK, and then we're going to go ECU connect. Turn the key on. Wait for that light to turn green. It could take a minute or two sometimes. Okay, so there we go. We got a connection. So now we can show you the types of things that we can do with this. We can check our error codes. Right there it's saying we have no error codes. We should be able to connect on that test and adjustments, which it's not letting me do right this second, so I'm not sure what's up with that. There we go. So sometimes you're going to get little glitches like that. Just got to work through them. So now again, I can check my error codes and clear them if they were there. Test and adjustments. So you can test all your different things. Like here, I can turn on my radiator fan, Hit run. There we go, it's testing the fan. Okay, so you can test all your different things by doing that. Now we can go to adjustments. You can reset things, do your throttle position sensor adjustment, your ABS system. Here's where you can reset your interval on your services to whatever miles you want. So that's in kilometers. I can switch it to miles, say 10,000 miles, and do that. You hit validate, boom, done. All right, so the main reason why we wanted to show you this was so that you can bleed your ABS brakes after you've done a handlebar swap or something and you've changed out your brake line. And now you need to bleed your brakes, but you also need to bleed your ABS unit and make sure there's no air in there. And the only way to do that is with the computer. So to get there, we're going to go to our test, and then you go to adjustments. Click on ABS system, hit connect. Now it's connecting. It'll tell us if we have any ABS error codes or anything like that. But what we want to do is we want to bleed down in the corner here. Just hit bleed. Gives you a warning. Doesn't want you to overheat the ABS unit, so you don't want to keep doing this over and over again. You know, once or twice, it should be all that it takes to get it done. So we'll hit continue. We'll start the countdown. And what you want to do is we're going to hold the brake lever in. And it's going to open up that valve. And you should feel the lever go in, and then it should push your hand back out. If it's doing that, then your ABS system is working properly. There's probably no air in there. If it didn't do that, then you may want to run it again. If everything worked out fine, you hit finish. Now, the only other thing you'd want to do is you got the air out of the ABS unit for sure. So now you just want to do another manual bleed, because any air that might have been in there is still in the system. It's just on the other side of the ABS unit going back to the caliper. So at that point, you can re-bleed up to the caliper and see if there's any air coming out of there. And then you should end up with a nice firm lever afterwards. So that's pretty much just a quick rundown on what TuneECU does. So you have a basic idea. We'll have other videos that go a little more in depth, but for now, we just wanted you to see kind of what it was about. When you get into the tuning stuff, we still advise that you leave that to the professionals to actually do the tuning. If you don't know what you're doing, you could mess your motor up pretty bad. As far as the ABS bleeding, if you really don't feel confident in doing it, then you should probably still leave that to the professionals to do too. But it's still a good tool for, you know, if you're gonna do stuff on your own, clearing codes and resetting your maintenance. Just being able to check your codes and know what they are before you go to a shop is kind of cool. You can do a little research on it before you get there and have an idea of what kind of repairs you might need. So it's a good tool to have. We'll get more in depth on it down the road. Thanks for watching.